Hello there everyone and welcome to a new review on the channel, and today we're going to be looking at something relatively new as well and the last of our 3 magic set reviews. And today we're going to be looking at the Ammar Trilogy by Murphy's Magic. This is a very good magic set, and compared to the 2 ones that I reviewed previously, this is probably the most advanced magic set in terms of really making you a real magician, because some of the effects here are fantastic and the tuition, the explanations, everything is incredible. And I think this is a very, very good set, and it's so cheap as well. I do think it has 1 or 2 glaring issues, but apart from that, I think it's fantastic and I can't wait to talk more about it. So let's roll the intro and get straight into it. Perfect, so you decide to stick around, which means you want to learn more about the Ammar Trilogy magic set. So what is this? As you can see per the box, it's a set that's going to teach you coin magic, card magic, and everyday magic with Michael Ammar as your instructor. This is essentially a republishing of the L&L DVDs that came out years and years ago. Personally, I've never seen them, but they're great. After watching this, you're going to get those and some magic props, and this is essentially giving the props that you need in order to perform most of, if not all of, the effects from the L&L DVDs. Okay, so that is what you're going to get. So as always, we're going to look at the props and everything that you get in the box and the routines that you're going to get with the box. But before we do that, let's talk about where you buy this and how much does it cost. So you can buy this pretty much anywhere. It is distributed from Murphy's Magic, which means that you can buy this from your local magic shop, no problem. It will set you back 39 USD, which is extremely cheap, especially for what you get, which is 50 Canadian dollars. And what you're going to get is this very nice box. It's a very nice, cool looking box of magic, and inside you're going to get quite a few props. So now let's dissect exactly the props that you're going to be getting. I'll just open this like this to make sure that I do not flash the instructional, which is here. So you're going to get first of all, you're going to get the instructions. The instructions are the 3 L&L DVDs. So the first one is 1 hour and 20 minutes on coin magic. The second one is 59 minutes, so 1 hour on card magic. And the last one is 1 hour 20 on miscellaneous magic. So sponge balls, headbands, ropes, etc. Okay? So the DVDs have a live performance of every single effect. Then they're going to teach you how to do it. The actual DVDs, the tutorials are great. They're going to explain the effects well. Michael Ammar is an amazing teacher, but I do have to say that especially for a beginner magic set, he goes very quickly over some of the moves and some of the things that you have to do. And when I say quickly, it's unbearingly quick. Like, he's just going to tell you, yeah, so with this, you take it, you do this, and then you do this, and it vanishes. You're going to do that 2 more times. And after that, you say the magic words. You know, he's not going to say, look, you're going to take it here. You're going to hold it in this position. Then what you're going to do is you're going to take it, place it in your hand. As you close your fingers, you're going to do X, Y, Z. He's going to teach you very quickly. So you're going to have to rewind a lot of the stuff. For example, the linking headbands, it took me forever to understand how you do it, because he was just like, okay, so what you do is you place it like this and you place it like this on your index and your pinky. Then you're going to do the same on the other hand. And then essentially what you're going to be doing can be explained in 5 words. Link the middle strand, or like do this with the middle strands. And then he does like pra 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 pra, and then he's like, now that you're in this position, you do this. And I'm like, but how? Like, you can't just do this with your hands quickly and tell me how it's done. So it is a bit quick in that regard in terms of explaining stuff to you. Same for the cards and from other material. He does go very quickly into it. You know, even one thing with the rope, he's like, yeah, you just do this, you separate it, that is now the middle, you put some glue, you do this, and it reappears. And you're like, what is going on? So especially, like, I'm someone that has been into magic a lot, but I don't really perform with ropes or some of the effects here. So I was actually, I was like, let me get into these classic of magic and learn a bit. So even me that's been doing magic for over a decade now, I was getting like a bit puzzled by some of the tutorial because of how fast it was actually going. That is something to keep in mind, that it does go fast, but there's a lot of material to cover as well. So that is maybe why. So you're going to get the DVDs, then you're going to get a deck of cards, you're going to get some sponge balls, You're going to get some headbands. You're going to get a rope. You're going to get a shoelace. You are going to get just a handkerchief. Then you're also going to be getting here some elastics, some heavy elastics. You're going to be getting a ring, which is nice to have. You know, they're going to give you a nice looking ring if you want to do one of the effects. I don't think it was necessary, especially for what I'm going to mention in a moment. You're also going to get a clothespin, which also is ungimmicked, and I don't really think this was necessary, and I'm going to tell you why in a moment. I think there would be better additions to that. You're going to get some Joe Rindfleisch, I believe it is, bands, some elastics, and then you're also going to get some balloons that are going to help you achieve one of the effects. So this is everything that you're going to get. So now I'll just tell you the effects that you get with the props. This one is going to let you, is the classic effect where you have 3 or 4 coins on a glass covered by a rubber balloon or a rubber, covering, and then they're going to choose any one of the coins, and with one finger, they're going to be able to push the coin that they chose straight through, and everything is examinable. The linking rubber bands is essentially to show you how to do the classic effect where if you shake, the rubber bands links, and if you unshake, they unlink. He's going to teach you that. He doesn't teach you the, how do you call it? Like the main one where the bands kind of link the hand. I forgot the name. You know, the classic magic band routine. The linking man's rubber band or something. I forgot the name. I'm super sorry for that. It's just omitting from memory. The pin and the ring are going to serve with the shoelace. It's one big routine where spectators are going to hold and you're going to be able to link and possibly the ring in the shoelace that the spectators have been holding. And then you're also going to get these big bands, which are going to serve to wrap over the is going to serve you essentially wrapping over the glass with the coins. Then for the SpongeBall tricks, he's eventually going to teach you a routine, the classic routine where sponges keep appearing in a spectator's hands. The sponges are very spongy. These are very good sponges. They are also smaller, which makes them actually easier to vanish and to use and to do stuff with them. Your headbands are for a linking headband routine. So let me try and get this running for you right now. It is, as I said, because of the tutorial and how fast it goes, it's actually hard to get a grip of what you're supposed to do. But essentially it's like this. So you have your bands. You say, look, we have a red and a yellow band. The spectators are going to hold the 2 middle strands. And you say, look, you're holding the 2 middle strands. And if you just shake, you can clearly see how they're actually linked together now. But if you just shake it again, they unlink just like that. So that is the routine that you get with this. The handkerchief is actually one of the most omitted. It is a fully normal black handkerchief, but the routine that he teaches with you is incredible. It's serial number divination where any crumpled up bill is placed underneath the handkerchief. You then proceed to completely reveal all of the digits of the serial number, and then you pick up the handkerchief cleanly. The bill is on the table that they crumpled up, and it's going to match completely the serial number that you do. It's a fantastic routine, especially using a non-gimmicked handkerchief. So that is what you're going to get with that. Then with the playing cards, you're going to get a lot of stuff with playing cards. I'm actually going to perform one of the effects here for you, but you're going to learn a lot with playing cards. You're going to learn one-aheads, you're going to learn mind-reading effects, you're going to learn triumph, you're going to learn out of this world, you're going to learn a ton of magic effects using a deck of cards. You're going to learn how to reveal, how to have 2 spectators think of the same card, how to force a card, card moves, card flourishes, double hand fans, a ton of stuff with playing cards. One of my favorite routines is one that is extremely simple, but it actually caught me like completely off guard because of its simplicity and how fun it actually is to perform. So essentially, you would have a deck and you'd say to the people, look, what we're going to do is we're going to give these a cut as well. And we're just going to take here the first cards that we cut to. And I want you to choose any one. The card that you choose is essentially going to determine how many piles we're going to do in a moment. So just touch one, this one. Okay. We're going to put it to the side. Excellent. And now that we have that, we're going to determine how many piles we actually need for the effect. So before we turn that over, I'm just going to start dealing cards onto the table. And we need at least 12 cards, you know, because if that is a king or a queen, or we need at least 12 to 13 cards. So when you think I've passed that point, you feel free to say stop whenever you want. Let's say they say stop here. You say excellent. So now let's see how many piles we actually need to make. 3 piles. Okay, that's not that bad. So remember, you could have placed any card. Again, I'm going quickly through the presentation just to show you because there's much more that I want to talk about. But then you would proceed to deal the cards into the amount of piles that they chose. And then you say, okay, so remember that, look, now you've done it completely equal. If you would have placed 1 card more, 1 card less, everything would have been completely different. But you ended up on 3 piles. And what's actually interesting is that there was actually no other option because, oh, that's 1, 2, and 3. So again, I'm going quickly through the presentation, but it is a very fun effect, super easy to do, and it can actually catch you off guard because of how it works. And if you do it with the entire presentation, it is super fun to perform. And it's for a beginner, doing this to someone is like, oh my God, like they're going to be stumped by it. So it's very, very good. And again, as I said, he's going to teach you how to do, fans. He's going to teach you how to do two-handed fans with both your hands. So he's going to tell you how you can do stuff like that, and some simple forces. Okay, so with the cards, he's going to teach you quite a few effects. Some of them are a bit too simple for my taste. You know, they're not the best effects out there, but some of them are quite good. And then they're also going to teach you coin magic. So coin magic, he's going to go over a lot. He's going to go over all of the coin slice that you would ever need. He's going to go over essentially false transfers. He's going to go over holdouts. He's going to go over how to steal a coin from your hand, how to put a coin in your hand, how to false transfer, how to palm a coin, how to blah, blah, blah. He's going to go over everything that you would ever need in terms of coins. And now you may be asking, okay, but where are the coins? And that is my biggest question as well. Is the biggest chunk of this entire DVD, this entire project, I would say 45% of everything that you learn here is coin magic, and they've included no coins. That to me is absolutely crazy. You know, including $4 that basically cost nothing would have made such a difference. It would have actually made it a complete set. And the fact you get 0 coins I was like, where are the coins? Where are the coins? Because everything he was teaching was only coins. And I was like, of course I have hundreds of $half up there, but I thought I would get some in the set. So I was like, oh, there's actually no coins in the set. That was the biggest and most baffling thing for me was he teaches you so many good tricks with coins, but he doesn't give you some. I know you can just borrow the coins that you have, your currency, and do it with your own currency. But I do think, you know, even if the set was $44.99 instead of $39.99, to include $4 would have gone a long way in my opinion, because it would have actually made it a set that you get everything that you need to immediately just start performing, which would have been really cool, but you don't get the coins. But with the coins, he's going to teach you how to make coins vanish, how to make coins completely vanish. So he's going to teach you routines where you can be with your sleeves up and make a coin completely vanish. He's going to teach you how to do a 3-fly, an impromptu 3-fly routine. He's going to teach you how to do, one of my favorite is you make a coin appear out of nothing, then you make it go through your pocket, outside from your pocket, and back in your pocket. That's one of my favorite routines that he teaches you, and he's going to teach you a bunch of other stuff with coins as well, okay? But you do not get the coins with your purchase. So that is pretty much encapsulating everything that you're going to be getting with the Michael Ammar set. So having said that, again, difficulty and everything, it is pretty easy to do, but because the tuition is a bit too fast-paced, sometimes even the easier effects are a bit harder to learn because you have to keep rewinding because he goes so fast during the explanations. But having said that, what are the positives and negatives of this set? First of all, let's get into the negatives. One of the negatives is that you do not get coins. I don't understand whose decision was to not put coins in this set, but it's an absolutely ridiculous one, especially since, as I said, close to half of the material that you learn for this is coins. You learn one effect with a rope. You learn one effect with the linking headbands. You learn half an effect with the elastics. You learn one effect with the ring and the shoelace and the pin. And they give you a ring, a shoelace, and a pin for one effect. But for the coins, you're going to learn like 20 effects and 30 moves maybe even 40 moves, and they have not included the coins. That was such a bad decision, in my opinion. Like, I don't need the ring and the pin and the shoelace. Let me go get that myself at the dollar store. But the coins, for some people, $50 are actually hard to find in their country if they don't have a magic shop handy. So that would have been a brilliant addition to have. So that to me is just doesn't make any sense. So that is one of the biggest negatives. And another one is that I know the set was, taught back in the day, so the tuition was probably faster, and because they didn't have time to, do 10-hour tutorials back then. But because of that, it makes some of the effects, especially if you're a beginner, hard to do, because it goes so fast that you're going to have to keep rewinding and you're going to get lost. So that is another thing that you do have to keep in mind. Having said that, what are the positives? One, the deck of cards is beautiful. The sponge balls are great. It's nice that for every single everyday magic effect, they give you everything. So they give you the balloon, the ring, everything that you need in that section is provided to you, which that is cool as well. And the coin effects that you're going to learn are great. The card effects that you're going to learn are great, and everything else is great as well. And I think the best thing about this set compared to others is that it doesn't rely on the gimmicks or props or fishy looking things. What's nice about it is that almost everything here, if you just have a deck of cards and a few coins in your pocket, you could entertain people for an hour easily with the material that you learned in this set. And that is fantastic. Having a set with this magnitude of performance is great. Teaching you actually how to just do things with things from your pocket is something that you often do not see in magic sets. So it's great to have this, It's great to just be able to say, to a beginner that may be stumped by how many magic companies and effects are being published every week, to just teach them that, look, with just a deck of cards and 3 or 4 $50 that you don't get provided here, that was a joke, that you don't get provided here, with just a few $50 and a deck of cards, you can entertain people for an hour. And that's very nice, compared to the other things that I've reviewed previously, the other 2 sets, which relied heavily on the props to accomplish the magic. Here, almost everything relies on sleight of hand. So I think it's great to have a magic set that offers this, that introduces people to the world of magic as it really should be, to learn the sleight of hand, commit yourself to practice. And it's nice that throughout the DVD, he teaches you this. He says, practice. Don't rush over because you learned. Don't go tell people how it works. Don't go practice if you don't feel confident. Really hone in. So it's nice to have a kit that isn't this really big box with 500 props. It's very minimal, has minimal stuff, all of them ungimmicked, that's going to teach you how to do hard-hitting magic with usual stuff that you could have around the house or in your pocket. So that is, to me, the biggest positive. So having said that, would I recommend this kit, and what do I give it out of 10? Honestly, I recommend this a lot. I think that if you're someone that has been into magic for a bit and wants to really start performing professionally, I think this is one of the best kits to teach you the fundamentals of magic and magic, the profession of magic, most importantly. It's going to teach you that, and he's going to teach you some very good effects and all of the bases that you would need to know to get started with card and coin magic specifically. For the price, I think it's a steal. Even if you're a professional magician, I think getting this and just sitting through it for the price and for what you're getting is well worth it. So I heavily recommend the Ammar Trilogy set. Even though it does not include coins, it would have been the perfect set. I'm not kidding you. I would have given it maybe a 9.5 just because the tutorial was a bit too quick in my opinion and was jumping way too quick from effect to effect. If that wasn't the case and they would have given you the coins, this would have been a 10. It would have been the perfect magic set. But because of it having 0 coins and the tutorial being a bit too quick in my opinion, even for someone that has been in magic for a lot, but imagine for a beginner that has no clue about magic moves, I'm giving the Ammar Trilogy a 9 on 10. I think it's good, and I think you would enjoy this whether you're a beginner, intermediate, or professional magician. I think you'll just enjoy sitting with Michael Ammar and diving into or refining some of your magic with his wisdom. So that's all I have to say about the Ammar trilogy. If you have any additional questions, leave them down below. If not, I'll see you on my next review. Have a good one, and bye-bye.